Another battle report, 2,500 points. An allied of Eldar and Space Marines versus the all-consuming tyranids of High Fleet Gorgon. So we're playing 2,500 points, like I said. We're just playing big guns never tire, and we were playing hammer and anvil. I'll just go over what I have in my list. First of all, I made this new Tyranid terrain piece. It has some foam, made like these spore chimneys, and I just try to make like some parts where you can actually place units like wood. So that was cool. I made this, or I didn't make this, but I have a turbo gun, catalyst, and toxin sacks. I have 10 squads of termagants with one devourer. I have 30 hormagaunts, 3 hive guard, a hive tyrant with armored shell, and 2 guys, and with him he has all scything talons and toxin sacks. 30 hormagaunts with prime right there, and then I have 3 zone throbes, taking one of them as a strikes. I have 10 more termagants and another turbogun. I have a hive tyrant on wings with old adversary, and he took some psychic powers, and he is my warlord. Psychic powers were enfeeble, and he took the primaris power of biomancy, so he had smite and enfeeble, and he got the number 3 on strategic reserve, which is, I don't have any outflanking. It deals with outflanking. I have 8 Ymgrel Gene Stealers coming out secretly, doing Malantite with a pod, and a Trigon.
Okay. I'll go into my list really quick, but first, just one note, that armor save is a 4+, or what is that armor save?
Oh yeah, just a 4+. It is, even though it's opened, all this like spore, all the like clouds, it gives it a 4+ though.
And the one thing special that we had was about the mist.
Yeah, we have a thing where there's a bunch of these on the world, and it's all like covering up the Tyranid advance, so everyone has a 6+ feel no pain save.
And that is
just for my deployment area. Once I start moving forward, once I get into his deployment, I don't have it anymore.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and talk about my allied army, but first I thought just on note.
Our battery ran out, so back to what we were saying.
Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, my Eldar army is allied with the Space Marines. I have 1,500 points of Eldar, actually 1,498, 1,002 of Space Marines. Start with what's in reserve. I have jet bikes. There's 5 of them with a jet bike with a warlock. On the jet bike he has the destructor template, which is basically a flaming attack that he has. I do have 1 shuriken cannon. I have these guys actually are in the
fire dragon.
Falcon. Yeah, the fire dragon are in the Falcon, along with my Farseer, who has 2 book powers, and his book powers are Prescience, which is the guide. It's basically like guide for the Eldar. It's a blessing that reroll all the failed to hit wounds, and precognition, which allows him to reroll failed saves and reroll hits and wound rolls. So basically, it's like guide as well for him with the saves and stuff. Only himself. I do have a drop pod. It has a Deathwind missile, which is that big blast.
Large blast. What does it have inside of it?
Oh, inside I have a squad of Space Marines. There's 1 guy with a flamer for free, 1 guy with a multi-melta for free. My sergeant actually has a combine melta and just the normal guys. I'm just kind of going this way, like this. Infiltrating scorpions, there's 10 of them. My Exarch has the changed sabers, which allows him to reroll hits and wounds. Basically everything else, just scorpion, normal deal. A rhino, just has its normal bolter, nothing special to it.
What's inside?
Inside, well, that's where these. Wait a second. No, I don't have anyone in there. Gosh, that's right. There's nothing in there. I was going to actually get something, but there's nothing in there. These guys here, this is an avatar. this is my real warlord, and he has Doom, Guide, Fortune, and Mind War. He also has Runes of Witnessing and Runes of Warding, and both of those allow me to force the Tyranid player to roll 3 dice to make his leadership.
Psychic test.
His psychic test. And I can roll 3 as well and discard the highest, so that kind of helps out a little bit. Wraith Lord with Scatter Laser, and this is actually, I shall trade that out when we get playing, but that is actually a shuriken cannon. Inside the Land Raider, I have 5 Terminators with Storm Shields. I have the Chaplain with his power weapon. Where it says Rosarius Crocius or whatever.
But now they made it an AP4 now.
Well, but still it's a power weapon for AP4 power weapon. It has flamers on both sides, and it just has an assault cannon. It doesn't have any other upgrades.
No multi-melta?
No multi-melta. I didn't get the points. Squad of Dire Avengers with Blade Storm, Defend, Shimmer Shield, power weapon, all of that here. I have the Thunderfire Cannon with
your
Tech Marine.
Thunderfire Cannon conversion?
Yeah, with my Tech Marine. And he's an HQ, so he is contesting this place since we're doing big guns never tire. Well, I'm capturing it with this guy and these guys. This is my other control point. I don't know if we talked about
Yeah, we had 5 objectives, one there.
Yeah, those are the 2.
Mine's right there, and over there.
Then here I have my Falcon. It has it could either
Fire
have a focus or a large blast. It's a fire prism, and that's really all it has. Over here, a group of scouts. They have camo cloaks. They also have sniper rifles, and one guy has a missile launcher. Inside the Falcon, I already kind of spoke about that with the fire dragons, and inside. That are inside there with the other Farseer with the pulse laser and a missile launcher. And that is my army.
I did want to talk about the recent tournament that me and Volander went to. 750 points. I brought orcs. I brought 3 squads and 90 boys and a big mech of a custom force field, and I actually got first place. It was 4 rounds. I fought against a tall Imperial Guard, so 2 gunline armies. It was pretty bad. But with the tall, it was the relic. I just captured the relic and ran away while almost every single of my boys died. Then for the Imperial Guard, I was able to slaughter him. Then I fought another orc guy who I actually lost to, and then I fought a Blood Angels guy who I beat. So
basically, you won 3 games, lost 1 because of your bonus points.
Yeah, I won the game.
Yeah.
And with the winnings, because you get they give you store credits, I was able to get my own Daka jet. Not pinning up. I still haven't pinned the cockpit, and I magnetized the back so I can put missiles for like a burner bomber. And I haven't painted those missiles yet, but I painted the actual vehicle. So I have now a burner bomber to my arsenal of orcs, which I'll definitely take to the next tournament, which is I think 1,500 points.
So that 750 point list, you could add that, and you still have plenty of points for additional orcs, ludas, and everything else. But just the Orc Boy Army just took it to everyone, took first place. Congratulations.
Alright, and then we'll be back with Eldar's turn 1, because I could not steal the initiative.
In the Space Marine Eldar turn 1, went ahead and brought in my drop pod, put my guy, it shifted 3 inches, dropped my guys out, moved these guys up 6 inches. They tried to charge, they didn't make it. This moved up 6 inches. The Farseer, Avatar, and the Wraith Lord moved up 6 inches. This moved out flat out 12. Farseer gave Guide and Fortune to the Wraith Lord. Dire Avenger shifted over. Scouts jumped down. This guy here moved over an inch. This guy moved up 12. The Thunderfire Cannon shot 4 blasts that ignored cover. over there, but he still got his saves for night fighting. This guy shot, missed all his shots, even though it was guided over there. I was trying to shoot at the strikes, I think. I can't remember. He missed everything. This guy shot 7 shots at the tyrannid hormigons, and 5 died. And there's some blasts that these guys missed their night fighting rules. They survived, so like just 3 guys died. So all in all, full round of shooting, everything in my arsenal, and 5 hormigons died, so not good. These guys here, they flamed those hive guard. They shot at them, double shot, and just was able to take 1 wound away. So again, not good allocation of shooting. But that's the end of my turn. Tyranids coming up next.
And the Tyranids turn 2. Moved up my guys this way. Kept those guys there. He spawned 15 guys, can't spawn anymore. Sadly, because of the wardings of witnessing or something, that Eldar thing, like most of my psychic powers were turned down. Wasn't able to cast Catalyst on these guys. I was able to cast Catalyst on those guys. And oh yeah, I was able to do Enfeeble, put Enfeeble on those Scorpions, and I was able to cast Leech Essence, but I couldn't wound the Space Marines. He also tried to do Smite, but he failed and rolled double 6s, so he got hurt. We failed the warp. I spawned 8 guys, can keep spawning with my Turbogon. Hive Tyrant assaulted the Space Marines, killed 4 guys. He did nothing back to me. Tried to assault the Falcon, couldn't do it, couldn't get in range, while the 3 Hive Guards shot at it and took 2 hull points away. Oh, and made it to where it can't shoot. Hormigons assaulted, enfeebled them, so they made them minus toughness and strength. So they wounded me on 4s, and I wounded them on 2s. He killed 3, while I got 24 wounds, and he made all but 2. So it was a great roll, saving throws. So only 3 died, or 2 died. Well, 3 of mine died, but I was fearless, so it was all good. So, oh, and I got a penetrating hit because I was able to get one of my zoanthropes off, but he made a cover save because of night fighting, and that sucked because I would have immobilized it, and that would have been amazing. Alright, so now I didn't really do much in my turn. Now going into Eldar / Space Marines turn 2.
Okay, in the Eldar Space Marines turn 2, I rolled for reserves. These guys came in. I just put them right next to this little objective. Our vendors stayed where they are. This thunder cannon stayed where it is. This guy shifted back about 4 inches. These guys stayed where they were. Avatar moved up 6 inches. Wraith Lord moved up 6 inches. Farseer moved up 6 inches. This moved up 6, and this moved up 6. In the process, these guys jumped out 6, getting ready for an assault. I charged with my Wraith Lord. He made it into assault. I needed a 4 for the Avatar to get in range. He did not make it. He rolled a 3. These guys needed a 4 to get in range. They rolled a 3, so that was pretty bad. In shooting phase, just to back up, these guys did snipe shots at the Prime. They were able to take 1 wound away. I think, did he have 1 wound left? Yeah, so they took 1 wound away.
He died by just a bunch of shooting.
Yeah, a bunch of shooting, he died. This guy blasted that same group of Hormigons and killed another 2 guys. This over here, I think he contributed to the Prime dying. The 4 blasts, no cover saves. In the process, a couple other Hormigons died. And this one here shot again at the same group, and like I said, that's the damage they did over there. This guy actually shot a snapshot at this flying Swarm Lord and took out a wound, and everything else. In assault, like I said, I didn't get in here. This guy actually could not shoot, so I moved him 24 inches to this spot, and this battle continued. I lost 3 scorpions, and he lost 6 or 7, I believe. Yeah, he lost 5. No, I think he lost 8, because he lost 2 to the Exarch, 4 to the rest of the guys, and maybe 2 or 3 to him. So he lost combat. It doesn't really matter since he's still fearless. But fortunately, I did make a lot of saves and just lost 3 guys. So that is the end of Eldar Space Marine Turn 2. I'll come back. Oh, just to finish up here, in this assault, 4 more guys died, or 3 more guys. 3 guys died, and there's 3 guys left. They made their leadership, so they're still holding on in that combat.
End of Tyranids Turn 2. Was only able to bring in the Trigon, sadly. I moved up the Turbogon. He spawned some more guys. He can keep on spawning, though. Was able to put Catalyst on these guys. I cast Enfeeble on the Terminators, assaulted them with a squad of Hormigons and Termagants, and killed them all off, including the Chaplain. Hive Tyrant finally finished off those Space Marines and consolidated over here. 4 Hormigons died, but 3 Scorpions died, and I took off a whole point from here. And Trigon made it where that vehicle can't shoot this turn. So that is good. And now going into Eldar's Turn 3. Allied with Space Marines. In the Turn 3, movement phase, didn't move this. This guy just moved to shield the Farseer. Those guys stayed in place. These guys, the Avengers moved away from the Moloch or whatever it is. This guy moved away 12 inches. Those guys moved close enough to be within 12 shot range. I blasted, killed 3 Hormigons with this Deathwind missile. I doomed that group. I shot my fire dragons at them, took 1 wound away because he had cover saves. This guy, he didn't move. He was still locked in combat with the Scorpions. These guys flamed, killed like 4 guys. This guy shot a Melta, hit, wounded, but he made his cover save. This guy shot, killed 1 of those people. Over here, concentrate all my fire at that, what is it called? Trigon. Took 5 wounds away, 4 sniper rifles, this missile launcher, which all I needed to do was wound and I would have killed that thing. This guy shot 4 blasts at it. These guys blade storm. Those guys shot all their shots. That shot AP2 weapon at it, and 1 wound left. Over here, Avatar, for the 2nd time, failed to get within charge distance. He does not have a reroll for fleet, so he didn't do anything. He did all he did was throw a fusion scream or whatever it's called. Lost 2 Scorpions, so there's 1 guy left out of that original 30-man squad or 25-man squad. Scorpion stood up majority of the time. I wanted to kill that guy so I could consolidate, but that didn't happen. That is the end of my turns. We'll come back with Tyranid turn. End of Tyranids Turn 3, and I called this turn the breaking. I shot all the fire dragons and killed them all. Assaulted the Farseer. I was able to kill him. Consolidated around. Got all my Hormigons to assault the Wraith Lord. I had poison, so I wounded him on 4. He was able to fail his saves. This is the last Hormigon of 1 squad. Was fighting the Scorpions. Fell bad as consolidating this way, being covered by the other Termagants. Gene Stealers popped out here. This was their special thing. I was able to move and assault the Farseer that had all of the stopping my psychic powers. I like almost killed myself but none of my psychic powers went through, sadly, because of that. Was able to assault the draw pod with this, took it out. The Zoanthropes took out the Land Raider. Even though I failed a lot of them, but I rolled double ones, so they still shot. He's not swooping anymore, so he can be shot normally. He was gliding. He moved over, assaulted the Tech Marine, killed him. Trigon with 1 wound left took out this guy, and now it's probably gonna die. And that's the end of. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna assault with the Avatar with my this guy. My Hive Guard died by Overwatch, and he put a wound on my Hive Guard. So, and he put 2 wounds on the Avatar. So that's all. So now going into Eldar turn 3.
End of Eldar turn 4. In movement phase, I moved these guys up 12 inches. Moved these Dire Avengers up about 6 inches. This guy actually moved over 6 inches. Even though I've killed like 50 Hormigons, I just had 1 kill point throughout the whole game. Just killed the Prime. No, I just had the Prime. This guy, oops, dropped the camera. I shot his bolter at the one guy that was running away. These guys were giving him a cover save. I wounded him and he missed his cover save. And even though I'm losing by 50 million points, I'm happy. My next movement, I went ahead and shot everything I had at... How did I kill the Trigon?
Missile launcher from the Scout Squad.
Oh, the missile launcher from the Scout Squad. Took him out. These guys had moved up. They shot everything they had at this guy and couldn't do anything. If they would have had 1 wound, that would have been great. My Exarch and his squad of Dire Avengers charged. There was no Overwatch casualties. They assaulted. The Exarch took 1 wound away, and he was able to wound 1 guy, and I missed my invulnerable save. In the combat of the hour, combat of the match, I guess, the Avatar against the Hive Tyrant and the Tyrant Guard. There was a Tyrant Guard with, was it 1 wound?
Yeah, 1 wound.
One wound left him. Took a wound away. So
there's 2 wounds left.
And the Avatar has 1 wound.
Might have to do a heroic intervention with the Turbogon.
So that is the end of my turn 4, and I mean it's pretty much over. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my assault move, which means I'm going to run back those guys, and I'll do that, and then we'll go with the Tyranids.
My turn, nothing much happened besides Doom Malachite came in, took out a Warlock and 2 Guardians with his psychic powers. Hive Tyrant didn't die and took out 3 Dire Avengers. They made the leadership mistake. The big thing that happened, the Titanic duel is over. This Hive Tyrant stands alive with 1 wound left. It's like the Battle of Hive Fleet Kraken and Craftworld Yandon. This time the Hive Tyrant took the challenge and brought down the Avatar with only 1 wound left. Now going into Eldar turn 4.
Space Marine Scouts moved, ran their assault charge, helped the Dire Avengers who were attacking the Swarm Lord, the Hive Tyrant, the HQ Warlord for the Tyranids. Exarch for the Dire Avengers strikes first, is able to hit 2 times, not able to wound any. But the Space Marines show their melta bombs or crack grenades, able to give him 4 wounds. He misses 1 of them, and he dies. Consolidate back, and I'm capturing that place, pick up a point for killing the Warlord, and over here I just do my assault shot. Well, I shot at this Doom Malachite, he lost 1 wound. These guys did their assault move, moved 8 inches, they're still within capturing at that point. At this point, there's 1, 2, 3. Greendawnify will win, but I just was very happy to be able to kill the Warlord. So we'll go to his turn, coming back.
The game has ended, and with my final round, I moved up Leech Essence, the sergeant out of the Space Marine Scout Squad, get him up to 2 wounds. I warp blasted all the Dire Avengers to only 1 guy left. And over here, he did nothing to these guys. I tried to shoot at this guy with them, he couldn't do it. But I'm capturing 3 places to 2. I do have Linebreaker, I do have Slay the Warlord, but Volander has 2 places, First Blood and Slay the Warlord, so I do win.
So was it 6, 7, 8 for me?
To 9, 10, 11. So it was a good game.
It was a good game. The one thing is I missed 3 times those charge distance.
Yeah.
One time my Terminators would have just been able to charge those guys who were doomed that turn.
Yeah.
And then twice my Avatar missed when he needs like a 5.
Yeah.
He rolled 3 once and a 4 once.
Well, it was cool because in my second turn I did the break where I just broke the Tyranids back.
Well, that's where I was not able.
Yeah.
I would have got in. Because then all your guys were able to go in. Because at one time, the second time the Avatar couldn't get in was against the Hormagaunts, and I would have just broke them, moved, consolidated, and done something else.
But I was able to break. I was able to destroy mostly everything they had. But then in the dynamic fight of the night, Hive Tyrant barely takes out the Avatar.
He actually took out
2 Hive Guard,
3 wounds.
And
5 wounds, no? 3,
yeah,
6.
He came into with 3 wounds left. So you took 2 wounds away from him. So you took 5 wounds away from the whole unit.
And I
took 4. So alright, it's the end of the game. More battle reports coming.